Hey, this is Nick from Remedy667.com, and today is Horror Font Friday, and we have for you, for a few more dollars, the Italian version of the poster. I really like this lettering. It's got these, like, indents kind of going on. My scan was very kind of a bad photo, but, we'll play with it anyway. We'll give it a, try and clean it up a little bit. About 200 points moved. All right, so I'm going to get my baseline set up here and just start plugging away at it. I was watching a couple westerns earlier this week. Interestingly enough, none of them were Clint Eastwood movies. I can't really get into westerns as much as horror films, but their lettering and stuff is always really amazing. So I always like making fonts from there or lettering from there, whatever you want to call it. Look at all these letters we get, huh? Can't believe there's no K. We even get a Q. That's wild. All right. Now let's assemble what's missing from the American 26 character alphabet. Where should we start? Let's start with a J. Our G. I'm all sniffly again. Am I? Is that what just happened? Just gonna small this up a little bit, and we're gonna make it even with actually that makes sense. So need to get a B. Group that. That is a not the best looking B. Sometimes these characters just don't come out very well first try. At least in that is probably much better. Sorry, we will need a K. Let's make our S. And for this S, we're not going to go ahead and draw the in-between just yet. We're actually going to put it together. And I think the P might be my best bet for that. Transform this side. All right, now let's just chop them up. Totally made with components here. And that gave us an S. And it feels very right heavy, like it's going to fall over. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit there. Just a little bit. This is going to be my T and my V. Reflect that L. I like that this L is very short, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So cut that in there a little bit. This is my V. We'll make a W, old school stuff. You know, I talk like this is something old or something new every time I make a damn W. But to be honest, the W is the W pretty much all the time. Let's actually cut. What did I do? I broke something. We're gonna cut right there, and this is gonna come in to like right about there. To make my K, I'm gonna use the R. Reflect this one. Okay. Rotate. Zoom in. E. Just deleting. Nothing too fancy. And we'll group that. I'm going to make my Z from actually the E that's there. I'm going to make my X from that. And I'll probably also make my Y from there. And then I'm going to do that. We'll do the M last. And I think I'll make the M from the W and the H. Is there an H? Yes. Maybe even one of the K's. Or one of the I's. Sorry. It's been another long week. Though this week was not like a bad week, long week, but there's just a lot going on. We had Font release on Tuesday, I think that was. And releasing new fonts is tricky. Not because there's anything like hard about it. It seems like something I've done over and over and over. But lately it feels weird. It feels like they are not as popular as they used to be, but it's probably also because it's the beginning of the year. But it's still slightly distressing because you're like, oh, I don't think this is as, you know, this isn't working the way it used to or whatever. See, you use the I. I'm also going to use this L. Cut and cut. The M is going to reel over. Group that. And all right, let's build some backups. I mean, I think we're doing okay on time. That was probably like 17-ish minutes, 12 minutes apparently. The Z looks like shit. The B looks like shit. That's all right. That just means the 3 and the 7 are both going to look terrible. Maybe. Maybe not. Stuff's falling on me. Where are we at? Numbers. I heard a 3 and a 4. Ooh, let's use this one for the O. For the 0, and this one for the 1. 6 is what? It's like a C and an O? Probably. All right. Numbers. I think we have a few. I'm going to wrap... Oh, look at that. Would have made a beautiful J. All right. That is our 9. Group. That is my 8, which is very crusty, but enjoyable. For my 7, for my next trick, I'm going to use this. And rotate it. And pull it. That's going to be a 7. group the 6. Five. 4. I'm reflecting this because I like having the smaller one on the top. Honestly, it was never going to work for the B. Because it's just too uneven looking. Transform, reflect. Okay. Stop yelling at me. Group. One. Just pull it in a little bit and pull that in a little bit. And now we're going to take a look at punctuation, but I'm not going to go as far into it as I did last week. We're just going to touch on it a little bit with our periods and question marks. All right. I'm going to make that solid. That's going to be our period. I'm going to go in a little bit and over. We are going to make a period center and a bullet. Group those, group those. Group, group. And transform, we're going to reflect these. And go back a little bit. All right. So these and there's our question marks. Did I miss anything other than those weird ones? Oh, I guess I didn't bring the F and the... I think that was something I just did last week. I don't remember. Probably not. Well, I'm not doing any multilinguals for this today. just because. All right. So that's it. There you have it. That is our Western typeface. It's a little sketchy, I guess, because when you get these, this comes from the half toning in the paper sample when I transfer it, but then when I do my drawing, it's way smoother. So I would either have to go and smooth these characters out or roughen up the other ones. It's super tricky. I've done some stuff where I've roughened it up, and I really like the way that looks. It also adds a lot of points, which can cause issues later with the font. But I don't know. I think this kind of turned out okay. I think I would probably make it again from scratch, which is kind of why I lost interest with it. I think the page was also bowed when I took the photo. I'd probably scan it next time. But yeah, that's it. That's about how it looked. God, that 3 looks awful. It's about how that would look. And I don't know. Thanks for tuning into Horror Font Friday. This is Nick from Remedy 667, the best place on the internet for fonts and stuff. I will talk to you next week. Until then, go do something fun. I'll see you next week.